You've probably seen the endless debates: Sonos Arc, Bose 900, or Samsung Q990C. But which one is actually worth your money in 2025? Most reviews leave you more confused. So today we're putting these titans head to head. By the end, you'll know the real winner, and it might not be who you expect. This channel exists to cut the noise and give you the real truth on soundbars and home theater. Watch till the end so you don't waste your money on the wrong gear. And don't forget, subscribe, like, and share to help more people make the right choice. Sonos Arc, the minimalist beast. The Sonos Arc has been around for a few years now, but in 2025, it's still one of the most talked about Dolby Atmos soundbars on the market. Why? Because Sonos doesn't just sell soundbars, they sell an ecosystem. And the Arc is the heart of that ecosystem. At first glance, the Arc looks sleek, modern, almost futuristic. Its elongated body, smooth finish, and minimalist design let it blend into any setup. But behind that clean exterior hides a powerful machine. 11 drivers, including upward-firing speakers, dedicated side channels, and a center channel built for crystal-clear dialogue. That's the technical side. But let's talk real world. When you fire up a movie like Dune or Top Gun, Maverick, the Arc projects a massive soundstage. The Atmos effects aren't just pretend. You genuinely feel sound lifting above you, spreading wide across the room. Voices stay locked to the screen, while effects float naturally. Now here's the kicker. The Arc doesn't ship with a subwoofer, and that's where opinions split. Some say the bass is enough thanks to Sonos' tuning, while others insist the optional Sonos sub is mandatory. If you add that sub, and maybe even rear Sonos 1 speakers, the Arc transforms into a full-blown surround powerhouse. But of course, your wallet feels it too. And that's the catch with Sonos. It's not just about the Arc itself, it's about the ecosystem. Expandable, wireless, clean, yes, but expensive once you start adding. Still, there's something magical here. Sonos has nailed simplicity. No messy wires, no complicated setup. Plug it in, connect through the Sonos app, TruePlay calibrates the sound to your room, and boom, you're done. Even if you're not tech-savvy, the Arc makes you feel like you are. But wait, before you crown the Arc as the king of soundbars, there's a twist. Because while the Arc nails design, Atmos, and ease of use, some viewers complain it lacks raw power compared to rivals. And that's where Bose and Samsung come storming in. So here's the question. Does Sonos' sleek ecosystem-first approach hold up against Bose's tuning magic and Samsung's brute force? Stick around, because next, we're diving into Bose's flagship 900. And trust me, this is where the battle gets personal. Bose 900, the master of tuning. If Sonos Arc is the sleek minimalist, Bose 900 is the stylish perfectionist. The first thing you notice when unboxing this soundbar is the glass top. It screams premium, almost like a piece of luxury furniture. Bose wants you to feel like this isn't just a soundbar, it's a statement. But design is only part of the equation. What makes the 900 fascinating is Bose's decades-long reputation for sound tuning. They've built a name on making speakers sound bigger than they are, and with the 900, that legacy is alive and well. When you press play on a Dolby Atmos movie, the Bose 900 throws audio around your room in a way that feels larger than the bar itself. The side-firing and upward-firing drivers push sound outward, creating a bubble of immersion. Dialogue stays sharp, sound effects move with surprising precision, and music playback is rich and full-bodied. Now here's where Bose gets sneaky smart. ADAPT-Q calibration. Unlike Sonos' TruePlay, which uses your iPhone's mic, ADAPT-Q requires a small headset. You wear it while the soundbar sends out test tones, and the system literally listens from your head's perspective. That's not just clever. It means the sound is tuned directly to how you hear in your room. And when it works, it's magical. Movies gain extra clarity, voices feel more centered, and bass integrates more naturally. It's Bose's way of saying, we don't just tune to the room, we tune to you. But let's pause for a second, because while Bose nails tuning and design, there's a detail many buyers overlook: the bass. Yes, the 900 can be paired with the Bose bass module 700 or 500. And yes, when you do that, the low-end punch arrives in full force. Explosions rumble, music drops hit with weight, and you finally feel that cinematic kick. But without the module, the soundbar itself can feel a little lean compared to Samsung's Q990C or even Sonos with a sub. And that's the trade-off. Bose gives you gorgeous mids, crystal dialogue, and immersive spatial effects. But it sometimes holds back on sheer chest-thumping power unless you pay extra for expansion. Still, here's the thing. Many people absolutely love the Bose 900 for everyday use. If your living room is modern, your taste leans toward music and TV dramas rather than explosive action marathons, the 900 fits like a glove. And paired with the subwoofer and rear surrounds, it becomes one of the cleanest, most room-filling systems out there. But here's the suspense. While Bose focuses on style, clarity, and personal tuning, Samsung Q990C is waiting in the wings. And Samsung doesn't play subtle. It doesn't play minimal. The Q990C comes out swinging with brute force, packed channels, and a throw everything at the room philosophy. So the question becomes, can Samsung's aggressive, feature-stuffed soundbar crush the elegance of Sonos and the finesse of Bose? Stick around, because next, we're stepping into the heavyweight fight, the Samsung Q990C. And trust me, this is where the whole game changes. Samsung Q990C, the heavyweight champion of channels. The moment you look at the Samsung Q990C box, you know this isn't just a soundbar, it's a system. You're not getting one slim piece of hardware. You're getting the bar, a beefy subwoofer, and two wireless rear speakers, each with their own up-firing drivers. Samsung isn't playing subtle. They're throwing the full Dolby Atmos arsenal into your living room from the very start. Where Sonos keeps things clean and modular, and Bose leans into refinement, Samsung Q990C comes out swinging like a heavyweight fighter. This soundbar isn't trying to blend in. It's here to dominate. And once you set it up, oh man, the moment you press play on a movie like Top Gun, Maverick, or Dune, the Q990C hits you with sheer power. You don't just hear jets flying overhead. You feel the motion as the sound jumps from front to rear, left to right, floor to ceiling. The surround bubble is so convincing, it tricks your brain into thinking you're in a dedicated theater. Now here's where Samsung flexes. 1.4 channels. That's insane for a home soundbar system. Most premium bars stop at 5.1 or 7.1. But Samsung stacks in 4 up-firing drivers, multiple side channels, and rear satellites to cover every angle. And here's the kicker. The Q990C isn't just loud, it's smart loud. Samsung uses something called Q Symphony. If you own a Samsung TV, the soundbar and TV speakers work together, syncing to expand the soundstage. It's like adding another layer of dimension, and the effect is shockingly good. But let's pause here for a second, because while Samsung throws every driver possible into the mix, some might argue it's too much. That's the balancing act, control versus chaos. On the one hand, you get insane immersion. Explosions rock your chest, dialogue still manages to cut through, and action scenes feel alive. But on the other hand, the Q990C can feel almost overwhelming in smaller rooms. It's like driving a sports car at full throttle inside a parking garage. Exciting, but sometimes a bit much. And here's the suspense point. The Q990C gives you brute force, feature overload, and wall-shaking bass. But does that make it better than Sonos' simplicity or Bose's refined tuning? Or is Samsung the soundbar for those who just want raw cinematic muscle without compromise? One more twist. Samsung's app integration and calibration system. It includes SpaceFit Sound Plus, which automatically adjusts to your room's acoustics. No headset, no phone mic. It's all built into the system. Easy, painless, and instant. Combine that with wireless rears and a powerful subwoofer, and you're essentially running a plug-and-play home theater in minutes. But don't forget, raw power doesn't always mean best overall experience. Because at the end of the day, clarity, balance, and ecosystem matter too. And that's where Sonos and Bose still hold cards Samsung can't play. So here's the real cliffhanger, Papa. With Sonos Arc giving you elegance and ecosystem, Bose 900 giving you precision and personal tuning, and Samsung Q990C bringing unmatched force. Which one truly wins in 2025? That answer comes in the final comparison and verdict. Final comparison and verdict. So here we are. Three giants, three very different philosophies. Sonos Arc, Bose 900, Samsung Q990C. All promising the best Dolby Atmos sound you can get in 2025, but only one can truly take the crown. Let's break this showdown down into three categories: design and setup, sound performance, and smart features and ecosystem. Design and setup. Sonos Arc is all about minimalism. One clean bar, no extra satellites required. It looks sleek under any TV, blends into any living room, and setup is ridiculously simple. Bose 900 also nails the premium design, slim and classy, but still gives you flexibility with optional subs and surrounds. Samsung Q990C, forget subtle. This is a full box of hardware, bar, sub, rear satellites, ready to dominate your space. Not as living room chic as Sonos or Bose, but more theater-like out of the box. So who wins design? Sonos Arc. It's the most universal and the least intimidating for average buyers. But does that matter more than sound power? Let's move on. Sound performance. This is where the real fireworks happen. Sonos Arc gives you wide soundstage, brilliant clarity, and Atmos effects that feel natural. Great for music, great for movies. Bose 900 pushes the refinement angle. The tuning is warm, voices are crisp, and Atmos reflections are handled with finesse. If you want balance and elegance, Bose nails it. Samsung Q990C, a monster. 1.4 channels, wireless rears, chest-thumping bass, and a sound bubble that honestly rivals dedicated AV receivers. When a helicopter flies overhead, you feel it. It's raw, cinematic muscle. So who takes sound? If you want finesse, Bose. If you want a sweet spot between simplicity and scale, Sonos. But if you want to turn your room into a mini IMAX, Samsung Q990C standalone. Smart features and ecosystem. Sonos wins this one hands down. It's the best ecosystem, period. Multi-room audio, seamless app, updates that actually improve your gear. If you already have Sonos speakers, the Arc locks right in. Bose has Alexa and Google support, plus its own app, but the ecosystem feels lighter. Good, but not life-changing. Samsung, it's improving with Q Symphony and SpaceFit Sound Plus, especially if you own a Samsung TV. But outside that ecosystem, it's not as polished as Sonos. Winner for features? Sonos Arc? No contest. The final verdict, one crown winner. So here's the final truth, Papa. If you want style and simplicity, you pick Sonos Arc. If you want refinement and balanced tuning, you go Bose 900. But if you want to bring the cinema home, raw, powerful, chest-rattling, room-filling Atmos that no single soundbar can match, then there's only one winner. The Samsung Q990C is the best soundbar of 2025. It's not the prettiest, it's not the simplest, but it's the one that makes movies, games, and shows feel alive. And that's what people buy Atmos systems for, not just to hear sound, but to live inside it. And that's the verdict. Samsung Q990C takes the crown for 2025. But tell me, would you still go for the sleek Sonos Arc or the refined Bose 900 instead? Drop your thoughts below. I read every single one. And hey, if this video helped you, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. More deep dives are coming your way. And trust me, you don't want to miss them.